Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. And that's how you screw up your population, your nation, when you're a traitor. That's what I would think these guys are, to a certain extent, because you can't be a patriot who loves your fatherland or a nationalist who loves his nation when you implement policies. You come up with policies and implement them that would harm your nation, your country. Now, this is Olaf Scholz and the rest of the German government. What they do? They created such a situation in Germany with the gas that now the Germans will pay 2.5 more for gas than they paid in 2021. And they try to shift responsibility and blame Putin for that. Because Putin stopped the gas flow into Germany, not the Germans imposed sanctions on the Russian at the, how do you call it, I don't want to say suggestion, at the order coming from Al Capone. So now they say it was Putin. No, it was you all along. So what are you going to do with these guys? Vote them out from the office? Is that the punishment after they screwed your economy, industry, and country? And it's not over. You'll see. I have here an article, obviously coming from the Russians, because, the Germans like truth as others. I can't say more. Sputnik, 49 minutes ago, today on the 10th of December 2023. Germany pays 2.5 times more for gas in 2023 compared to 2021. Bravo! And expect more, or at least more problems. Germany imported 2.5 times less gas in January to September 2023, this year, compared to the same period in 2021. What does that mean? That if you imported less, right? That means if you have the same demand, that means the gas is going to be much more expensive. Now, if you don't have the same demand, which is your economy sucks, your industry goes down, you're not going to consume. If you need gas for whatever you need, that means the price might be the same. Lower supply, lower demand, they balance. But you got a lot of demand, lower supply, the price goes up. Who's paying for that? You. All right, so it says here, this year compared to the same period in 2021, but failed to make any savings as prices also grew 2.5 times the prices. Sputnik has calculated based on data from the German Statistical Office. German gas imports in the first 9 months of 2023 dropped to 47.9 billion cubic meters from 65.9 billion cubic meters in the same period last year. So from 66 to 48. For comparison, the country imported as much as 121.7 billion cubic meters of gas in 2021, data showed. So 122 billion versus 48 billion, I think it's a big drop, don't you think? At the same time, the average annual price per cubic meter of gas has risen sharply from 0.18 euros or $0.19, so 19 cents, in 2021 to 0.45 or $0.48 this year. As a result, Germany's gas import bills stood at 21.3 billion euros in January-September this year, comparing to 22.2 billion euros in the same period in 2021, despite the significant drop in supply. So less supply, but you pay the same. You paid relatively the same amount if you want to give and take $1 billion. So you paid the same amount for less. What does that mean? You're in big trouble. So here we have on Saturday, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz blamed Russia for cutting off pipeline gas supplies to Europe and the resulting spike in energy prices. Russian Security Council Deputy Chairman Dmitry Medvedev, in turn, said on social media it was Europe that had rejected Russia's gas supplies and accused the German leader of, and I'm quoting, lying through his teeth. And this is Medvedev, and he says it was Russia that stopped to supply Europe with energy. It was the Russian president who stopped gas delivery, end quote, Scholz has said. And then Dmitry Medvedev says the German is lying through his teeth. They rejected it themselves. They screwed over their own people because of the hatred for Russia, and now probably they blame blah blah blah. This is Scholz. Okay. Since the beginning of Russia's special military operation in Ukraine in February 2022, the EU has introduced a series of measures aimed at decreasing gas consumption and limiting the bloc's use for Russian energy resources. We all know that, but we have to retrieve the information, including a gas price cap, but avoided blocking Moscow's gas supplies to Europe. All right, my friends, what do you think? So you got less for more. I think that's a good way of doing business for you. But the gas companies, they made a ton of money. It's just a coincidence how some interests are so lucky that they make billions of dollars in profits because of something they are not related to. They have no connection with that. Whatever happened in Ukraine, they had no knowledge. They had no intervention. They didn't sponsor anybody. They didn't provide campaign donations or anything like that. No. All right, my friends. So my German people, I told you, when your idiots, the guys who supposedly you voted for, or if you voted because you didn't have other options, maybe you have an alternative for Germany, I'm just saying, and they will make it illegal. They will put the party, they will make it illegal. Why? Because you can't vote for people that might do something for your country. And I'm not saying just alternative for Deutschland. They try to do the same thing with Marine Le Pen right now. I'm surprised that Wilders from the Netherlands is still allowed to function and so on. Remember what happened with Nigel Farage? Remember he had an accident with an airplane, I don't know how many years back, when he was a very outspoken critic of the European Union, and he was pro-Brexit. He was the guy in charge of it, actually. Remember that plane accident that he had? There's pictures with him over there with his broken trousers. Anyway, so expect more, because it's going to come more. And they will switch the blame towards Russia. Why? Because Russia invaded Ukraine. And what did you have to do about it? Nothing, but you did. And then how about the Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 pipelines? Deutschland? Nothing. Why? Because you know. If you say it, I guarantee you these guys know exactly who did it. Exactly. I guarantee you they know. But what are they going to say? It was this guy that is the pinnacle of goodness and justice and democracy? They're not going to say it. And even if they say it, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. It's like a incarcerated person would say, you know what, actually the judge is the guy, or this warden or whatever, the security guard is the bad guy. You're incarcerated. What are you going to do then? We're all here, you're in there. What are you going to do? Too late. That's the European Union with you guys in there. And we are in the same garbage, a little bit behind you, But we're gonna come behind you. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.